3 tips for every map. Most of these are going to consist of angles, however there may be some other stuff mixed in. The title does lie, however, these will only be for ranked maps, but it can help out no matter what rank you are, how long you've been playing the game, so these can apply for anyone. So we're here on Skyscraper and we're going to be getting an angle directly onto that front door. So you want to break open this cabinet, just use a shotgun to break it open. You can get a nice angle directly onto this front door, otherwise known as side entrance, where a lot of enemies come from and it's really hard for them to see. Next we are going up into Geisha, and usually there's going to be a bandit playing here, so what we can do to counter it is go below, go into the pantry room, and there's going to be like a little square box here. Break this open as buck, or you can use a grenade and get any bandit. That's a bandit trick in there. Next one, we're going to be going into tea room, this little cabinet here. We're going to be shotgunning it out to get an angle onto anybody coming from dragon, and you can even go far back and get a tight little angle there. We're here on Oragon and there's going to be a kitchen objective. A lot of people are going to be playing here. So what we're going to be doing is going from above using a sledge or buck, and you can get a nice little angle onto somebody who's playing here. It's a great counter, a lot of people play here as well. Next up we're going to be going downstairs. Usually this is going to be reinforced, so I recommend reinforcing this beforehand. And then we're going to be punching out a hole directly next to the reinforcement and punching a hole here. And you can get an angle onto anybody that's coming from the blue barrels. It's a very high traffic area and the bullets go all the way back. Next one, we're going above into Armory Corridor and breaking here. The angle to get from someone who's coming from garage. Our next map on Clubhouse, we're going to be going into the B-bomb, I think, and getting the angle. Usually this hatch is going to be open, but you can get anybody coming from blue or that is pushing that area from a floor above. The next one, I don't have impacts, but you want to break open the stage wall. Usually this is going to be an objective, B and A, and then we're going to be going all the way over to the pool table. And now you can either make like a little punch hole or shoot it out like I'm doing. Usually this is going to be a lot more open and you can get anybody that's coming to defuse that bomb. Back in cash room / CCTV room, you want to break open here, either with a smoke or mute, whatever. I'm just using an attacker. Vault on this little cabinet here, break open this side here to get an angle directly onto the garage stairs, and the bullets go all the way back here. Next up we are on consulate, breaking above here right next to the bathrooms. We can get an angle onto someone that's coming from or rotating to the B-bomb. Then we're going to be going to the visa office, and we've got little plants here that we can sort of like hide behind and peek from here that will sort of cover you a bit, but we're mainly going to be focusing on this angle here. And the bullets go all the way back for them. Very steep angle and it's quite hard for them to counter. Our next one is above the meeting room. Usually as an attacker you can plant directly here, and then from above you can use like a Zofia or sledge or breach charge to open up here to get a nice angle onto anybody that tries to defuse the bomb. Another one is breaking open the public bathroom hatch, running all the way around. Now you can do this as Hibana, it's probably best to do it as Hibana. Break open here, and then you can get an angle onto anybody that's coming into yellow and that are behind the white vans. And next one, we are going to be on bank. You want to break open the teller's office wood thing next to the bomb, making another impact hole here and going all the way back to the back of the stairs. And from here you can get a nice long angle onto anybody that's coming into the bomb or objective. Next one, to do with these stairs, you can go all the way above the stairs and get a really steep but long angle to anyone that's playing from down there. Next, we're going to be going to the top part of the hallway where the golden rails are, and you can get a cheeky little angle all the way onto the front entrance where a lot of enemies come in. It's very steep again, high traffic area. For our next map, we are on Kanal, and as Doc or Rook or someone who's spawn peak, you can run out of here and get anybody that's coming from the south spawn. a lot of people like to run up the ladder thinking it's safe. A really nice spawn peek that I like to do, but it's pretty common, is going downstairs into yellow room, breaking open here. Even before the round starts, you can do this, getting anybody that's coming from the west spawn. Not a good place to spawn. Now we're going to be going up these stairs into the printer room, breaking this box and the fan, and it's quite hard to do, but you'll be able to get a vault prompt to get up here, and then you'll be able to break open this little window, and then you'll have about a 1 second to 2 second time period where your character will raise up and then drop. You can just peek it like that, make it quick. And it goes all the way back to here, where a lot of people rappel up, and from them they can't really see much other than that. Our next one, we're going to be going into chalet, and we're going to be going into the fireplace, stairs, breaking a hole here, and you can break open the hatch as well, getting a good angle onto anybody that's coming from there, and from their perspective the attackers are going to get the win over the defender due to peeker's advantage. Next up, we're going to be breaking this window from the same place near fireplace, going all the way up these stairs, going all the way around. Now you can peek it from here, but I like to break the bottom of here as a defender and peek from here, where you can see all the way back into behind the snowmobile. Really good angle. And then we're going to be going into dining room and breaking open here along with the floor, and this is going to be getting an angle from anybody that's coming from the garage. Again, this is a high traffic area, you're going to get some kills easy. Our next one, we're going to be going to cafe. Before the round starts, breaking open this window, and you can get a spawn peek onto anybody that's coming from the north spawn. Also, this is one of my favorite spawn peaks. It goes all the way back here. You don't want to spawn north because this one, if you prep this beforehand, any defender, they can just hop on the cams, check to see if the attackers are going to shoot out the cam, and then they can just go for a run out, get any enemies that are coming from the north spawn. Now sometimes the camera won't even be there, so if you're playing someone like Valkyrie, you can chuck out a camera. It doesn't matter if it gets shot as long as you get the intel beforehand to do the run out. Going to white stairs, we're going to be opening up this window and we're chucking a Valk cam all the way up here, and this gets a whole area across here. Someone's going to be coming into there. You can do a little run out, get anybody that's coming from there, and you might want to prep this window beforehand, but you can get in from there. Our next map is Border. This is one of my favourite castle setups. You want to go above the objective, castle off here, going all the way across here, castling off here. Now you're going to want to break open this hatch for a quick escape, castling here, and you're going to want to reinforce these two walls. You can get an angle onto anybody that wants to get rid of the bandit batteries or whatever, and another angle here. And the main goal of this castle setup is to waste as much time as possible, and you can make a quick escape through the hatch. Another castle setup is going into CCTV, castling off this door, reinforcing both of these walls, going all the way over to here, reinforcing here, or whichever doors you feel are necessary. And then you're going to open the hatch. I forgot to reinforce there, but forgot to castle off that window. Our next angle, we're going to be going all the way to passport check, getting a shotgun or making a peek hole, and you can get anybody that's coming through this room. And as you can see, it's really hard to see them from the attacker's perspective, especially because they kind of rush in here. Our next one is going to be in coastline, impacting here. Now you're going to want to do this as an attacker, either like a Zofia or an Ash. So this goes through blue bar all the way into these bathrooms here. It's a really steep angle, it can work for defenders as well. One of my favourite spawn peeks to do is go up into a hallway, go to the side, break it and it won't break the glass. And you can get a nice spawn peek onto anybody that's coming from the east spawn. Even if they try to counter you, it's going to be hard even if they're lying down. Our next one is this little spot here. This is great for maestro cams or Lucy's. You can still get up here. I don't know why they haven't patched this. It's a neat little sneaky spot to hide in. Just this one as well, going into aquarium. And you're going to want to break open this, but not with 3 hits, only with 2. You want to count 3 up and then across, break exactly where I'm showing you. And you can get a nice quick run out or spawn peek onto anybody that's coming from the south/west spawn. Our next map is in theme park. Now you can do this as an attacker or a defender. Open up here. Now we can open up here, and this is going to be a nice little spawn peek for anybody that's coming in through the west spawn. Breaking open here, and it's a very steep angle. It goes all the way back, and it's going to be really hard for them to see you. Even if they're coming through the door, you're going to get the advantage. Now we're going to be going into waiting room, breaking open here and chucking a vault cam up here. This will give you intel on dragon and red stairs and whatnot. Now if you have a C4, you can go below exactly where I'm showing you. I don't have a C4, so here's a vault cam, and it will be able to get anybody that's coming into that room. You can chuck another one, C4, in a different spot as well to get anyone that's hiding in that little corner there. Before you try and do this spawn peek, like everybody else does, make bullet holes instead of punch holes. As an attacker, you can counter it by going on this fast. It's very hard to get it though, but you get about a little time period where you can get the defender. One of the greatest run outs I do is just break open this, guns blazing, get anybody that's repelling. Now at 90 it's a very common spot, but we want to get someone that's there, so I suggest you break out this cabinet, and then you are going to want to prone on the floor and get anyone that's coming from that angle. Next to the plant pots, it's really deep and they can barely see you. Now another one here is if you break open right next to the fireplace, you'll get an angle all the way down onto this window. It's a very high traffic window. A lot of people come in through here when they're coming from the south spawn, and you can peek them from the hatch as well. From the enemy's perspective, they have to watch that and the hatch. I hope some of these tips helped. Be sure to give this video a like and a subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Put your head on my shoulder.